Guys, this is a question related to translation exposure. Given, find out the translation loss or gain on the basis of the following data supplied by the Indian subsidiary to its parent unit in the USA. Okay, USA is a parent and subsidiary is Indian company. Liabilities given: current liabilities, long-term debt, share capital, amounts. Assets, current assets, inventories, market value they mentioned, fixed assets, net of depreciation, goodwill given. Historical rate given 30, current rate given 35 per US dollar. I'm going to solve this question. Concentrate carefully. Very important question, girls. This is the format, means you need to draw a table like this. Okay, first you need to write balance sheet items, these are the contents, girls. Calculation of translation loss or gain of US parent company, you need to write as heading. Balance sheet items, as per the question you are going to write amounts. Okay, historical rate, current rate, amounts converted into historical and current rate, and the methods of translation are current rate, current and non-current, monetary and non-monetary, temporal. Okay, I'm going to write balance sheet items and amounts. I have written all the balance sheet items, first current assets and then current liabilities. Okay, amounts also same I took from the question. So here I am going to calculate total of current assets, total of assets, not only current assets, or total of assets and total of liabilities. I am going to deduct assets minus liabilities. I am going to get a retained earnings. Okay, guys, 2000 plus 4000 plus 4000 plus 1000. 11,000 is the total. Yes, here 4,000 plus 3,000 plus 2,000, 7,000, 8, 9,000. 11,000 minus 9,000. I'm getting 2,000 as a difference, girls. So we all know that assets should be equal to liabilities. Total assets should be equal to total liabilities. So retained earnings, it's a balancing figure. Write with a pencil, not with a pen. Then, girls, if you see, historical rates are given 30 per US dollar and current rate given 35 per US dollar. So what I'm going to do for the calculation of current rate and historical rate and current rate means, you need to do, first I will show you with the pencil, 2000 divided by 30. Okay, same way 4000 divided by 30, 4000 divided by 30, 1000 divided by 30. Like this you need to do, guys. If you see, this is the working notes, girls. 2000 divided by historical rate, 4000 divided by historical rate, current assets का वैसी and current liabilities కూడా అలాగే. Okay, current liabilities also same, girls. 3000 divided by 30, and you are not going to do a total for you are not supposed to do for this girls. Okay, total this, whatever the calculations you are doing, no, total this and write here, total this and subtract current assets, assets minus liabilities. You are going to get a retained earnings and write this total here. Okay, I will do the calculations and I will show you, girls. If you see, I calculated this. Okay, girls, you can also do 11,000 divided by 30, but girls, it's not the correct way. Better to calculate the total and write it here, and total these liabilities, because I want a retained earnings amount also. Directly you can do, but it's better to use a procedure, follow a procedure. I'm getting 366.66 minus, I don't know the total, okay, liabilities. Okay, I'm getting 66.66. Total will be same. Okay, now current assets, same like this only we are going to do for current assets guys. I will show you. $2,000 divided by 35, $4,000 divided by 35, $4,000 divided by 35, $1,000 divided by 35. Here better to calculate total, and again 4,000 divided by 35, 3,000 divided by 35, 2,000 divided by 35. Okay, assets minus liabilities, you are going to get a retained earnings, and total of this you are going to write here. Okay, I will calculate and show you guys. Now I am doing the totals of assets guys. 57.14, 114.29, 114.29 plus 28.57. I'm getting 314.29. You can also do 11,000 divided by 35, but I am saying follow the total and write it down. 11,000 divided by 35. Same thing you are going to get guys, but total it's better. And what we are doing now, 29.29 minus 114.29 minus 85.71 minus 57.14 equal to, I'm getting 57.15. Total I am going to write same. Okay, this is historical rate and this is current rate. Now using these four methods, for this particular point what I am going to take, historical or current. Okay, you are going to write like this. But for first method, what we have studied, all the assets and liabilities, income statements are recorded at current rate. So simply the current rate is there, simply you are going to write same thing here guys, same thing here. Okay, same thing. Now current and non-current. Current and non-current. For current assets, we have studied that current assets and current liabilities are recorded at current rate. Okay, fixed assets and long-term liabilities are recorded at historical rate. Okay, if you see here, current assets, current rate, for only for this column I am talking about. Inventories, current rate. Fixed assets, non-current. Okay, non-current, so historical rate. Goodwill also non-current item, historical rate. If you come here, current liabilities, current rate. Long-term debts, we know that non-current, historical rate. share capital, also a non-current item. Okay, retained earnings, we are going to write the difference. Okay girls, first you need to know what is current items and what are non-current items. By that we are going to simply write taking these amounts here, same, very easy. Till here it's very easy, but from here only these three you need to understand what to take under current rate, what to take under historical rate girls. So what I said is current rate. Okay. Current assets, I said current rate, so I'm going to write 57.14. okay. Inventories, market value given, this is also a current rate. Fixed assets, non-current, so I'm going to take historical value here, 133.33, this one. Goodwill also non-current items girls, you need to know what are non-current items are. 33.33. okay, we are going to total it. First we'll write current liabilities, current rate, so 114.29. current rate means you are going to take these items, non-current means historical rate, you are going to take these items. Okay, long-term debt, non-current, so I'm going to take 100. Share capital, this is also a non-current item, 66.67. Retained earnings, it's a balancing figure. Okay, it's a balancing figure. So next step is total, 57.14 plus 114.29 plus 133.33 plus 33.33, 338.09. 338.09 minus 114.29 minus 100 minus 166.67, 57.13. okay, balancing figure girls, don't forget that it is a balancing figure. Okay, now total, the same total you are going to write. Okay, once again I am revising current and non-current. Current assets, current rate. Inventories, current rate. Fixed assets, non-current. Historical rate we are going to take. Goodwill, non-current. Historical rate. Total we are going to total it. Current liabilities, current rate. Long-term liabilities, non-current, so historical rate. Share capital, it's also a non-current item, so historical rate. Retained earnings is a balancing figure. Okay, I hope you understood the current and non-current. Now monetary and non-monetary.